Hello, 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 and welcome to the Tracy Show. You know, on here we got to learn something new every day, every single day. I don't care how old you are, you got to learn something new. Milton Lee Olive III, 1946 through 1965. Yes, we are going to talk about him. Do you know why? Do you know why? Well, if you don't, I am about to tell you. Milton Lee Olive III was a United States Army soldier and the first African American to receive the Medal of Honor for his service in the Vietnam War. At just 18 years old, he heroically sacrificed his life by falling on a grenade to save the lives of his fellow soldiers on October 22nd, 1965, an act of extraordinary bravery that earned him the nation's highest military decoration. Olive was born on November 7th, 1946, to Milton Olive II and Clara Olive in Chicago, Illinois. His mother died shortly after his birth. He was raised in the Inglewood neighborhood on the south side of Chicago by his aunt Zalphia War Eagle Spencer. I know that's right. And her husband, Jacob Spencer. His family affectionately nicknamed him Skipper. Olive spent time on his grandparents' farm in Lexington, Mississippi, frequently traveling between there and Chicago. Olive's father later remarried Antoinette Maynor, a Chicago public schools teacher, in 1964. Milton Lee Olive III joined the Mississippi Freedom Voter Registration campaign, which was active during the same period that the civil rights workers James Chaney, Andrew Goodman, and Michael Schwerner were unalived. Concerned for his son's safety, especially given the legacy of racial violence in the Mississippi, including the 1959 unaliving of Emmett Till, which I will be doing a story on, he gave young Milton a choice: return to school, get a job, or join the military. Olive chose to enlist in the U.S. Army. During his military service, Olive held the rank of Private First Class and served in Company B on the 2nd Battalion Airborne 503 Infantry Regiment known as the Rock in the 173rd Airborne Brigade Sky Soldiers during the Vietnam War. On October 22nd, 1965, Olive was on patrol in the jungle near Phu Suong, South Vietnam, with four other soldiers, including his platoon commander, as they searched for Viet Cong forces operating in the area. They came under enemy fire. The platoon returned fire and assaulted the Viet Cong position, causing the enemy to retreat. While pursuing the fleeing enemy, a Viet Cong soldier threw a grenade toward Olive and his companions. Without hesitation, Olive grabbed the grenade, shouted, "I've got it!" and smothered it with his body. Wow. Wow, he saved everyone. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me keep reading. Absorbing the full blast and saving the lives of the other soldiers. He was unalived instantly. His platoon commander later told a journalist, quote, "It was the most incredible display of selfless bravery I ever witnessed." Yes, that was. That was bravery. Olive's body was returned to the United States and buried in West Grove Cemetery in Lexington, Holmes County, Mississippi. On October 21st, 1966, he was awarded the Medal of Honor. by President Lyndon B. Johnson. He presented the medal to Olive's father and stepmother during a White House ceremony. Olive became the first African American to receive the Medal of Honor for actions in the Vietnam War. In the same year, Milton Lee Olive Park in Chicago, designed by architect Dan Colley, was dedicated in his honor. Olive Harvey College, a community college in Chicago, was later named in both Olive and Carmel Benson Harvey Jr., another U.S. Army soldier who received the Medal of Honor after being unalived in the Vietnam War. In 2007, a state historical marker was erected in Olive's honor in Lexington, Mississippi.
To the first Black Vietnam vet awarded America's highest military decoration. Today, veterans, friends, and family of Milton Lee Olive III paid tribute to his heroic actions. Olive, also known as Skipper, grew up in Inglewood. He joined the Army in 1964. 59 years ago, during the Vietnam War, he fearlessly threw himself onto a grenade, saving the lives of 4 of his comrades. He died at 18, just 16 days before his 19th birthday. One of the men he saved is still alive and continues to express gratitude for Olive's selfless act.
And he wonders today why Skipper saved his life, because he didn't know him. And he said, I was a racist. That's how we were raised in Texas. He said, until Skipper saved my life. And he keeps a picture of Skipper on his wall. And he said, every morning he looks at the picture and he said, why me? Why am I saved? Why did you save my life?
There has, it seems, long been an impatient with the history of people of color in this country, and perhaps that's not surprising, given that the history so often stands an implicit indictment of America's failure to live up to its own ideals. But that impatience has never felt as free to express itself as it does at this fraught moment in history. And what I want to continue to do and share on this channel is something of Black history, because our children do not know. Adults don't even know. They are trying to erase the history. And it's a lot, but other than the brazenness of it, there's nothing new about any of this. On the contrary, the campaign officially erase inconvenient history has been underway for years. As far back as 2010, the state of Arizona passed a law banning ethnic student classes that promote resentment toward race or class of people. 4 years later, 2014, students in Jefferson County, Colorado, walked out of school over a mandate that their history classes emphasize only positive aspects of the American history. And I'm saying years like 10 years back, 11 years back, 12 years back. Why are we still going through this? Why? Why are we still going through this? I'm not going to let this happen. This year alone, we have seen Jackie Robinson erased from a Defense Department website and Harriet Tubman banished from one belonging to the National Parks Service. We've seen the Tuskegee Airmen removed from the Air Force training manuals and an executive order attacking the National Museum of African American History and Culture for supposed ideological indoctrination in diverse narratives. Not on this channel and not on my watch. We built this country. As we can see, this private was over in Vietnam, gave his life for this country. There's no way you can erase this. And there's no way, as long as I have breath in my body, I can let Black history just sit. Not teach it. Not hoping someone hears it and learns something new. And then once they learn it, they can teach it. Each one teach one. We have to keep our history alive. That's all we have. It's in our DNA. It's our blood. We have to know and teach where we came from so that we can know where we are going. I am my ancestors' wildest dream. I know that for a fact. I am. On the way out, I hope you have learned something and that you can teach it. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.